In today's competitive job market, finding a new job can feel like a really daunting task. But there is one factor that appears to be making it even harder: LinkedIn's Easy Apply button. When Easy Apply was first introduced in 2011, it seemed like a game changer. It simplified the application process and allowed applicants to apply for multiple positions with just a few clicks. But what started as convenience has turned into a bit of a nightmare for job seekers. The problem with Easy Apply is that it's too easy. It allows individuals to apply for jobs without any thought really whatsoever. And as a result, companies are getting inundated with hundreds of thousands of applicants that have come through the Easy Apply process. This makes it really hard for qualified applicants to stand out. As a job seeker, relying on Easy Apply can lead to frustration and disappointment. You may find yourself applying to hundreds of jobs and not getting a single interview, and in a lot of growing cases, not even getting an acknowledgement that your application has even been seen or reviewed. This is demoralizing and time-consuming. So, to improve your chances of getting ahead in those jobs, I'm going to give you a few tips. Tip number 1 is targeted applications. Instead of blindly applying to every job, focus on positions that align with your experience and qualifications. The point is not to match on every single attribute that they're asking for, but to look for roles that you have some experience in or some transferable skills. If you wanted to go from leading frontline people to leading leaders, focus on leadership roles that are perhaps in an industry that you have experience in to give you a bit of a technical edge as well. And consider who it is that you would actually be leading. If I wanted to transition from leading frontline to leading leaders, I'll be targeting leading team leaders, for example, rather than trying to lead experienced managers. You're really looking for that entry-level leader of leaders role. Look for aspects that your application could stand out in. Perhaps it's the industry experience that you bring, your qualifications, or the role itself is something you've been working on and building towards for years. Be really purposeful about your application. You want to highlight to the recruiter that you actually know what it is that you're signing up for and you really want to do it. So taking the extra time to align your experience to the job shows the recruiter that you're not just blindly throwing your application in. Tip number 2 is personalised cover letters. Take the time to create and craft a personalised cover letter that is relevant to the job that you are applying for. Nothing turns me off more than a generic cover letter that is obviously a copy and paste job. They are obvious to the recruiter and usually reveal that not much thought has gone into the application. Potentially that the person is just throwing their application everywhere and that they don't really have any idea what it is they're applying for or even any desire to work for that particular company. You need to show the recruiter that you are ready, keen and qualified for the job. If you can address the cover letter to an individual, make sure you do so. Then systematically go through the job description, the job advert and any information you can find to determine the key elements that they're looking for an applicant. Then using those key elements, you try and articulate it on one page how you are best fit for this particular role and what they're asking for, and how your experience and examples match. Tip number 3 is not to just look at LinkedIn and the job vacancies that are advertised to wait for your dream opportunity to pop up, but to firstly get really clear on what it is that you really want to go for. So you know what it is you really want, which will come through in your application. And if you need some support and a framework to help you with this, check out my Leadership Career Blueprint, which is linked in the description and can help you clearly articulate what it is you're looking for and why you want it. Once you have it clear in your mind what it is you're aiming for, you can then approach recruiters directly, as a whole lot of opportunities don't actually make it onto those job boards, as a lot of recruiters will use the people that they already have on their books to put them forward as eligible candidates. So remember when you do approach them to treat it as an interview. They aren't going to put you forward for roles if you choke on that first impression, the first meeting, or the first conversation. This is part of their screening process. And don't be fooled by that smiling, good-natured, friendly approach that they all have. They are evaluating you on how you present yourself, what you say, and what they might have that could be a good fit for you. Because if they are putting you forward to a company to recommend you for a job, they're putting their own reputation on the line. Consider who you already know too. There could be friends, family, past colleagues in your network that could open doors for you, or at least give you a heads up on opportunities. Now, if you have completed the Leadership Career Blueprint, you will also have narrowed down potential industries and companies that you really want to work for. So don't forget to check out their websites too, of all the industries and companies that you think could be a good fit for you, because quite often they will advertise on their own website for applicants and not necessarily on a job board. Make sure that you get connected to their email newsletters too if they have them, as this can be another way that they recruit for people. The other advantage of being on the email newsletter is that you're going to pick up a lot of relevant information and news about that company that could be really useful when you do an application. It will help really show your genuine interest and could be what really stands you out in that pile of easy apply LinkedIn applicants. If you've gained some insight from this video, could you please subscribe and let me know in the comments any follow-up videos that you think would be useful for your career. And make sure you check out my 3-part series on the job seeking process, from researching the right role, generating a clear and concise CV, and crafting the perfect cover letter. So check out part 1 on your screen to get started, and thanks very much for watching.